Lucy was a young girl. She lived in a small village. One day she found an old house. The house was big and dark. No one lived there. Lucy was curious. She wanted to see inside. Her friends told her not to go. "The house is haunted," they said. But Lucy was brave. She walked to the door. It creaked as she opened it. The inside was cold and dusty. There was no light. Lucy took a step inside. She heard a noise. It was soft, like a whisper. "Who's there?" Lucy asked, but no one answered. Lucy saw a staircase. It led to the second floor. She decided to go up. The stairs were old and shaky. Lucy was careful. When she reached the top, she saw a hallway. There were many doors. Lucy chose one and opened it. Inside, she saw a dusty mirror. She walked to the mirror. It was very old. She wiped the dust away. Suddenly, she saw something move behind her in the reflection. She turned around quickly, but there was nothing there. Lucy felt scared. She wanted to leave. But she also wanted to know more about the house. She decided to stay a little longer. Lucy stood still. She listened carefully. The house was very quiet. But then she heard the whisper again. It was close. "Who is there?" Lucy asked again. No answer. Lucy walked down the hallway. She opened another door. Inside it was dark. She could not see much, but she felt something cold brush her arm. She shivered. Lucy saw a small light at the end of the hallway. She followed it. The light led her to a room with a large window. The window was broken. The wind blew through it, making a soft sound. In the room, there was a chair. On the chair was a book. The book was old and covered in dust. Lucy picked it up. The cover had no title. She opened the book. Inside, the pages were blank, but as she turned the pages, words started to appear. They were not in English. Lucy could not read them. The whispering grew louder. She felt scared, but also curious. Lucy looked around the room. Shadows moved on the walls. They looked like people. But there was no one there. Lucy wanted to leave, but she also wanted to know what the book said. She decided to take the book with her. She put it in her bag. Suddenly the door slammed shut. Lucy ran to the door and tried to open it. It was locked. She was trapped. The whispers became louder. The shadows moved closer. Lucy's heart raced. She looked around for a way out. The whispers filled the room. She saw a small door in the corner. It was half hidden behind a curtain. Lucy ran to the small door. It was unlocked. She opened it and went inside. The room was very small. It had a single candle on a table. The candle was lit. The small room was warm. The whispers were quieter here. Lucy felt a bit safer. She looked around and saw another door. This door was old and wooden. It had strange symbols carved on it. Lucy touched the symbols. They felt cold. She pushed the door, and it creaked open. Inside, she saw a staircase going down. It was dark and scary. Lucy hesitated. She didn't want to go down, but she also wanted to find a way out. She took a deep breath and stepped onto the stairs. They were steep and narrow. As Lucy went down, the air became colder. The whispers followed her. She held the candle tightly. At the bottom, she found a long hallway. The walls were made of stone. Lucy walked down the hallway. It was damp and musty. She saw a light at the end. The light came from a crack in the wall. Lucy pushed the wall, and it moved. Behind it was a hidden room. In the room, there was a large chest. The chest was old and covered in dust. Lucy opened it. Inside, she found old letters and a key. The letters were written in the same strange language as the book. Lucy took the key. It was heavy and cold. She wondered what it opened. The whispers were louder now. They seemed angry. Lucy needed to get out. She ran back up the stairs. She hoped the key would help her escape. Lucy hurried up the stairs. The whispers were all around her. She reached the top and ran to the main hallway. She needed to find the locked door that the key would open. Lucy tried the key on the first door. It didn't fit. She tried another door. It didn't work. The whispers were getting louder. She felt very scared. Finally, Lucy found a door at the end of the hallway. It was big and had a heavy lock. She put the key in the lock. It turned easily. The door creaked open. Inside, the room was dark. Lucy stepped in and saw a small table. On the table was a candle, a piece of paper, and an old necklace. The paper had writing on it. The words glowed in the dim light. Lucy read the paper. It said, "To leave the house, put on the necklace, and say the words." The whispers grew louder, almost like they were yelling. Lucy felt a chill run down her spine. She picked up the necklace. It was cold and heavy. She put it around her neck. Then she looked at the glowing words. She took a deep breath and read them out loud. The house started to shake. The whispers turned into screams. The shadows moved wildly on the walls. Lucy closed her eyes and held the necklace tightly. Suddenly, everything stopped. The house was quiet. Lucy opened her eyes. The door to the room was now open. She stepped outside and found herself in the main hallway again. But something was different. The air was warmer, the whispers were gone. Lucy felt a strange calmness. She walked to the front door and pushed it open. The door opened easily. Lucy stepped outside into the sunlight. She was free. But she knew she would never forget the old house and its secrets. Lucy walked away from the house. She felt the warm sun on her face. She still had the book, the letters, and the necklace. She needed to know more about them. At home, Lucy opened the book again. The strange words were still there. She looked at the letters. They had the same writing. She wished she could read them. Lucy decided to visit an old library in the village. The librarian was an old woman named Mrs. Green. She knew many things about old books. Lucy showed her the book and the letters. Mrs. Green looked surprised. "These are very old," she said. "They tell a story about a hidden treasure, but only the one who wears the necklace can find it." Lucy felt excited. A hidden treasure. She asked Mrs. Green to help her read the letters. Together, they spent hours in the library. Slowly, they understood the story. The letters talked about a secret room in the old house. The room was hidden behind a wall. The treasure was inside. The necklace was the key. Lucy knew she had to go back to the house. She felt scared, but also brave. She thanked Mrs. Green and went back to the old house. This time, she felt ready. Inside the house, it was quiet. Lucy followed the letter's instructions. She found a wall with the same symbols as on the door. She touched the symbols and said the words from the letters. The wall moved, revealing a hidden room. Inside there was a chest. Lucy used the key to open it. Inside the chest, she found gold coins, jewels, and a diary. Lucy read the diary. It told the story of a family who lived in the house long ago. They hid the treasure to protect it. They wanted someone brave to find it. Lucy smiled. She had found the treasure and the secret of the old house. She took the treasure and the diary. She knew she would always remember this adventure. Lucy left the house for the last time. She felt proud and happy. She knew the village would be surprised by her discovery. And she knew she would always be brave, just like the old house wanted her to be.